Okay, so I'm going to walk you through your walking stretches. You need your pinky ball or some sort of massage ball. You need a rolled yoga mat or maybe a rolled towel, and you need a chair. Start by putting the pinky ball underneath your foot, and you're just going to give your foot a little massage, maybe rolling front and back. I like to trace the line of my metatarsals, and then you can keep your heel down, and I like to just glide my foot side to side like I'm dropping the pinky toe down towards the ground and the big toe down. You can also think about flaring your toes a little bit. And then we move to the other side. A little massage front and back. And if you want to do any of these stretches for longer than I'm doing in this video, feel free to pause me. And then you drop the heel down and give a little massage from side to side. Trying to get those 26 bones moving well past each other. Then you can roll your ball away, grab a hold of your rolled item, whatever it is. And so when you put it down, you start by putting, let's start with our right leg. You're going to put the ball of your foot at the top of the roll. Make sure you can drop your heel down and then step your other leg forward. If you want more of a stretch, you can walk your foot a little bit further onto the rolled item. And if it feels like it's too much, you can step your front foot back a little bit and that will alleviate some of that. So let's hang out here for a second. Think that your heel is just sinking down into the ground underneath you, and then try and stay upright with your body. So you're not letting your low back overarch, and also you're not yet tipping forward. And that also gives you a little bit of space across the front of your back leg. There are other variations that you could do with this. You could take a tiny bend of the knee. You could also gently internally or externally rotate your heel. And so you would just think about bringing your heel either out or in relative to your toes. And that will change the stretch a little bit. We're going to go straight into the hamstring stretch on this side. So make sure your weight is mostly into your back leg. Square your hips off and then keep your spine straight as you hinge forward and draw back up. So as you hinge forward, you are elongating your back hamstring, your right hamstring, and then it's actually your hamstring engaging and shortening that draws you back to vertical. We're going to do this about 5 more times. Hinging up. When I hinge up, I almost like to think about drawing my right leg back in space, and that's what leverages my body up. Kind of like that same sensation of your leg pushing you forward through space by pushing the ground back and down. I've lost count, maybe I have 2 more. And then step back. And what I like to do is find a different part of my rolled item because sometimes it kind of deflates while you're in the stretch. So then left foot, ball of the foot goes on top, drop your heel down, step your other leg forward, try and stay lifted through your torso and just hang out there for a second. You can feel that your ribs just sort of hang off of your spine. Maybe your little peppy ponytail, if you had one attached to your head, it's pulling up towards the ceiling to elongate the back of your neck. And just let that heel root down. And then we'll add your hip hinge. 7 or 8. Hinging and standing back up, keeping your weight mostly on your back leg. About 3 more. Nice. Step that front foot back. And then last stretch is with your chair. So grab a chair. You're going to let's cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So if you can't get your leg over your left thigh, straightening your left thigh brings your leg away from you a little bit. So that may make it easier for you. And maybe just the stretch is you sitting upright. If you're up for it, keep the spine straight and hinge forward. So a lot of times people round their spine and they're like, I'm getting a good stretch. You're stretching your low back, but that's just not the point of this. We're trying to get the glute. So keep the body straight. And it's literally your pelvis tipping forward over your stable thigh bones that gives you a stretch. And I like to think about my head growing on a diagonal up and forward. Maybe 2 more breaths here. Hinge back up to vertical and switch sides. Sitting up tall. Another thing that you can check in with is the leg that's bent. Sometimes we sink more of our weight towards that leg. So think that you have even pressure with both of your sit bones into the surface that you're sitting on. So I'm kind of grounding my right sit bone down here. Few deep breaths. Hinge yourself back up. That's it. You did them all. Have a great day.